What kind of person does it take to be an Ironman?
To be an Ironman, you have to be a person of unwavering grit. You have to be so beyond dedicated to something that you might not always fully believe in when it gets really hard. And you might question, and you might have moments where you are the exact opposite of confident in yourself. But it's in telling yourself that you are going to get it done no matter what. It's gonna be so extremely hard. It's gonna make you question every bit of your existence, but you're going to do it because you said you were going to do it, and you continue to show up every single day to accomplish it. That's what makes an Ironman. I think there's two different types of successes on race day. You achieve your time goal, everything works out, and then you also have that inner reflection where you get to truly ask yourself, why am I doing this?
We're ready. 5 a.m. Let's just have a great day.
Am I choosing to sign up for these races, for these competitions, for the medal, to say I did them? Or does this mean something deeper to you? Do you have an inner passion to inspire other people, to change your life, and this race is simply an outlet for doing so? As I continue to do more races, whether it be halves or having done Ironman Wisconsin, I think I am slowly starting to get better at just being more present in the race itself and not having this idealistic version of it that I think it should be going that way, so that as soon as one minor thing goes wrong in the race, I start to spiral. I think I'm slowly getting better as I've become more acquainted with this sport and as I continue to mature as a human being. The major contributor to this just feeling of both excitement and calmness is just growing deeper in my faith. I've noticed that in this prep, I've taken a much greater priority on reflecting inwards and having a conversation with God about how my expectations align with the reality that He chooses to lay forward for me. That's provided me with this level of reassurance that everything is going to happen exactly the way it's supposed to. It's up to me to accept it as my own reality and to look at the different areas that I could potentially grow in, and to just remember that when things get hard, when I have to go into that very dark place in my mind, because that's what these events are. It's a test of how committed are you to your faith. It's just remembering that I'm not doing this race alone, that I am being guided on this path for a specific reason. No matter how much I've dedicated to this prep, showing up every single workout, there's still so much left to be figured out during this race.
Hey, good luck, man. You're gonna crush it out there. What's your name? Alejandro.
Every single opportunity that I have to step out there and compete, I learn something new about myself, learn something new about the sport. So regardless of how much effort I've put into getting to this moment,
Let's go, fellas. Let's have a day, all right?
it's not simply okay, I'm here and now I just get to put my hands in the air. It's how do I show up today even when things don't go the way that I want them to.
Warm water today, 76.7 degrees. We are wetsuit optional, age groupers. So keep that in mind if you're choosing to wear a wetsuit today. You're going to start towards the back.
The water was actually too hot to wear a wetsuit like legally, so I could have worn one, but that would have taken me out of any type of running for age group placement or world qualification. So every athlete had to make a decision whether or not to be in that category or to swim without a wetsuit, with a wet skin if anything. And naturally, you're gonna be slower in that process just without the buoyancy factor of the wetsuit.
We are 30 seconds out, gentlemen, 30 seconds.
One thought is continuously going through my mind, and it's just to race your race today. That it's very easy to get caught up in trying to pass as many people as possible, where to seed yourself, like how you compare to others. That's what I tried to just continuously remind myself, is that this is for you so that others can do it for themselves as well.
And we are underway at this Memorial Herman Ironman Texas.
You can't win the race during the swim, but you sure can lose it. I think a number of people have different perceptions of it, but to me, the way that I look at it is the swim is the most mentally challenging part. You are in a very uncomfortable state. It's difficult to see where you're going, who's around you. So mentally, I think that's the point that most people start to give up on themselves. And it's hard because it's the first part of the race. As we start the swim, and as I realize that it's probably not going to be the swim that I was intending for it to be due to the conditions, I just wanted to continuously remind myself that, hey, you're still going to get through the swim, and then you're going to get through the bike, and then you're going to get through the run. That if you throw in the towel this early on, you're going to be in for an extremely long day. Getting out of the water after a 2.4 mile swim, you're kind of all over the place, and it's an exciting thing. I mean, people are yelling for you, they're cheering for you, all the volunteers are being so kind, they're directing you which way to go. You're running, someone hands you a bag and you run into a white tent. You're trying to get your heart rate down because it's just like, it's exhilarating, man. Like, this is the part that you signed up for. You dedicated so much time to get to this point. So getting through transition, I had to like calm myself down a little bit. It's easy to get in your head. It's easy to get excited, but you got to remind yourself, I'm a third of the way done and I've got a lot longer left in the day.
Good work, guys. Nice work.
Getting out of the water, I knew that there was a very good chance that I didn't swim to the expectation that I had for myself. So as opposed to even paying attention to the potential result that I had and checking my watch, I made sure to make an effort to actually just click past the time. As opposed to in Wisconsin, I wanted to see what I did. You know, I was so caught up in that. I just accepted the fact that I got out of the water, the swim portion was done, and it was onto the bike. Really, that transition area is where you start to piece together. It's like, okay, race 1 is done, the swim is done, now it's time for race 2, 112 mile bike. Do I have all my nutrition? Do I have all my gear? Am I in the right mental space? And as I'm running out to my bike and unrack it and start going, it's just like that. This part's gonna be long. this part's gonna be hard. There's gonna be parts of the bike that I feel really good. There's gonna be parts of the bike that I don't feel so good. What I have to remind myself is that I'm going to get through it. I've gotten through the swim. My next priority is to get through the bike. I have to say the bike was absolutely the highlight of my day. From Ironman Wisconsin, a very different and hilly course, to Ironman Texas, a very flat and fast course, I ended up dropping 50 minutes across both bikes, which I was absolutely ecstatic about. In my half Ironman in December in Florida, my bike split was, I believe, a 2:27 for 56 miles. My bike split at Ironman Texas was 4:55. So I pretty much just took the same speed and power that I held in Florida and I doubled it in Texas. So that was a massive step in the right direction and something that I'm very proud of, because cycling is still something that's very new to me, and it's the one that I think I struggled to feel the most comfortable during. So to see that amount of progress, to know that the amount of times that I rode the Veloway in circles or sat on my trainer, the monotony of that training, that when it came to race day and they said, hey, ride up and down this highway 4 times, I was like, absolutely. Are you kidding? People made some claims that the course was boring because it was the same thing. And I said, nope, like I'm there to race. I'm gonna complete this as fast as possible. I had worked so hard to improve my weakness in the bike that it actually become a strength of mine. One thing that I wish I could have acknowledged a little bit more during the bike was, I remember at mile like 96, 97, I was feeling really good, and I looked down at kind of my tri-suit and there was a lot of salt on it, which is essentially a sign that you're sweating a lot. In my mind, I was like, okay, it's Texas, I'm supposed to be sweating a lot, it's okay. What I should have perceived it as is, I'm losing a lot of sodium and a lot of water right now. I need to make sure that's something that I prioritize refueling. Looking back on it, I wish that was something that I would have taken a little bit more seriously in the moment, but I just felt so good on the bike, and I felt so good in that moment that I was like, I'm gonna get through this, I'm gonna make it up on the run, and we're gonna have exactly the day that I'm hoping for. I wasn't looking for the next hour, 2 hours, 3 hours during the run, how that could potentially affect me. First 8 miles, I had gone from just like a right leg feeling, like a right quad cramp, to both my quads and both my hamstrings. And as I continued to push by mile 10, it had gone down to my calves, and it was this mental part where I knew I wasn't running fast, but I just kept telling myself 1 foot in front of the other, 1 foot in front of the other, keep going forward. I remember specifically it was like mile 15 was the first time I started to like walk outside of the aid stations. As frustrated as I was, I had to just keep reminding myself, like, you have 11 more miles. Like, if you quit right now after getting to this point in time, you are gonna hold this against you for a while. What turned into a run, turned into a shuffle, turned into pretty much like a run-walk effort for the last 10 miles of the race. I remember seeing a sign, and it's like an age-old quote, but it's like, finishing a race is hard, quitting on yourself is hard, choose your hard. And in that moment, I knew I was just like, there's absolutely zero part of me that's gonna stop. I'm not gonna quit.
Let's go, Luke! Yeah, Luke! Let's go! Let's go!
While in that moment, I felt like I was performing at my absolute worst, there were people that were just so beyond supportive of me and just wanted nothing more than to see me cross that finish line.
I think I gotta stand. I'm getting too nervous.
I might not be having the race that I wanted to have, but the people that are choosing to support me care less about the objective results, care less about what place I'm in, and they care more about me as a human being.
This last like little stretch, I feel like I want to run alongside him the rest of the way. I want to find him and just.
So close, Luke. Come on, man. He's not moving.
It could be the tracker. It doesn't necessarily mean he stopped. It could definitely be the tracker.
He's gonna be damn close.
I'm nervous, actually.
Why?
I'm just nervous.
Don't be nervous. Doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter.
No, not time. I
Just
want to know
crossing
that
the finish
he's okay.
line.
I know.
He's okay. He's okay. Bon just ran with him for the last half mile. He said he's in good headspace. The tracker's stuck again.
What kind of person does it take to be an Ironman?
To be an Ironman, you have to be a person of unwavering grit. You have to be so beyond dedicated to something that you might not always fully believe in when it gets really hard. And you might question, and you might have moments where you are the exact opposite of confident in yourself. But it's in telling yourself that you are going to get it done no matter what, that you are capable of accomplishing what you set out to do. It's going to be so extremely hard. It's going to make you question every bit of your existence, but you're going to do it because you said you were going to do it, and you continue to show up every single day to accomplish it. That's what makes an Ironman.
Okay, here he is. Here he is. Here he is. Here he comes.
Let's do it, baby. Come on, Ian. Will him to the finish line, Ian.
Realizing just how lucky I am to be in the position I am, to be surrounded by these people that really just want to see me push myself and are willing to support me throughout the hard times, throughout the good times, when I am biking well, when I am running poorly. I think that's what I was supposed to take away from this race. When I crossed the finish line and I looked back to see what I had completed the Ironman in and saw that I had completed it in 10 hours and 7 minutes, I was disappointed for about 20 seconds. And then a smile slowly appeared on my face, as it naturally always does, and I realized that I had just completed my second Ironman at 22 years old. And that's something that, regardless of time, regardless of effort, that's something to be proud of.
Thank you guys so much for coming. Come here, appreciate it. Come here.
Love you. You're good. Good shit, brother. No. You're good.
Immediately getting hugged by Ian and Cheryl was such a reassuring moment, because these are two people that have so much going on in their own lives, yet they chose to take time to come and support me. I have such a profound appreciation for them both as human beings, as friends, as brothers of mine. Seeing my mom and my dad, and just how they're somehow always at the end of every finish line. Doesn't matter the physical location, they always choose to come and support me, and how much that means to me. And then seeing my coach, who dedicates his entire life to this, to hearing about his success on that day, and to be brought up to me in a wheelchair, knowing that, like, hey, that's what it looks like to, like, give your absolute all. It was just a reminder that I am so extremely fortunate to be in the position that I'm in, and that there are many more experiences, hopefully, where I get to compete and I get to meet people and I get to inspire other individuals. But in that specific moment, I just looked around and looked at the people that were around me and just smiled and realized that, like, this is what it's all about. This is what I should be focused on, is like who's around me and who made this moment possible.
That was the hardest thing I've ever done. And anything that could have gone wrong, like, went wrong. Like, I'm being so free, I'm not even trying to be dramatic. I just started cramping from, like, the second I started running. And I was like, oh, that's gonna be fun. No matter what, I stopped at every single aid station, electrolytes, water, nothing was working. And I was just like, bummer. But you know what, like, PR.
After the race, I did mentally fight back and forth with trying to be proud of myself as well as being disappointed. And I ended up calling Nick, who I'm very fortunate enough to call not only a good friend of mine, but like a mentor to me. And in having that conversation with Nick, and one of the final remarks that he had made to me was that this is just a step in the right direction. And it makes you realize that although the race itself is something that you spend months preparing for, it's the person that you become in the process of training for the race. That's the real defining moment.